Wow. I feel like we're really living in unicorn-like times, man, because what I'm seeing now from the NBA, it's truly wild. Like the Knicks, out of all teams, have an 8-1 odds to actually win, the third best in the entire NBA, to win an NBA championship. What world are we living in? When was the last time the Knicks have been relevant? Well, let me think. Not even once in my entire lifetime. Even when they had Carmelo Anthony, all respect to him, but he was even just average at best during his time with his 16 as far as winning. Now in this Jalen Brunson era, Leon Rose, all these guys who played a contributing part to now the success of this New York Knicks team, they are heading into a direction that I don't think any of us expected. Last year, if this team was healthy, we would have seen them already against the Boston Celtics in the conference finals. But now, looking at what the Knicks have done, looking at the moves they made, this team is headed into an even better direction. This team's really trying to compete for an NBA championship with the recipe of the title of friendship. Crazy, right? I mean, you add all the guys from Villanova. You have, we all know, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal, Dante. You have all this crew back together. Each of these players brings such a dynamic weapon with this team. And what was, to me, the key to it all, and really for them competing at the highest level, was re-signing OG. And another guy who I believe they really need to keep on this team, but it's probably going to be hard to keep, as we all know, Isaiah Hartenstein. Because what makes Isaiah's game so great is his playmaking ability. He has amazing playmaking ability. Not only that, but he has that floater in his game. He's coming off one of the best years of his career, shooting 64% from the field as well. He played very well for this Knicks team last season. He was definitely a key piece, but we shall see what happens with him. But just look at it from the standpoint of getting Mikal Bridges on this team, right? Well, Mikal, you're getting a guy last season that he was really the playmaker on that Nets team. He was really the first scoring option on that team. They asked him to do a lot of things, but now he's going back to the role of what he was when he was on the Phoenix Suns, the third scoring option on that team. And I believe that role fits him a lot better in comparison to when he was the first scoring option on this Brooklyn Nets team. What you're getting in a guy in him is someone that is going to be able to guard one of your team's best players as well. I mean, you have two of those guys, but he can also do the same thing. He can attack the rim. A lot of people don't talk about that enough, but he's great at slashing, attacking the rim. He's a great 3-and-D player. We all know what he can bring to the table for this Knicks team. He's going to make their defense even better. But that's why you have a guy as well in OG, because OG, we all know what he can do as far as his defense. He can guard every single position. And, that's really going to be one of his main roles for this Knicks team. He doesn't even have to score like that all the time. If he plays amazing defense each and every single night, this team is already going to be that much better. So getting Julius Randle back, a guy who's a 25-10 player, an all-star, their second best player undoubtedly on this Knicks team. And let's not forget, Julius Randle, his defense is actually improved too now. When they had OG on the team, his defense improved. When you're adding on Mikal as well, I believe that's going to rub off on him too. And the thing is, what's going to benefit this is this really going to benefit Jalen Brunson? Because, well, for him, he's not really the best defender of this team. He's shorter for sure, and he's not really what you want guarding a team's best player. They're going to be able to hide him very well now on the defensive end of the basketball court due to his lack of great defense. You have Dante, who's coming off one of the best seasons of his career last year. He played amazing in those playoffs. I really was just impressed in seeing what I saw from him. And Josh Hart, two guys who can come off the bench or start. It doesn't really matter. That team is going to be very fun to watch. They can also go small ball lineups. You still have Mitchell Robinson, even if they do decide to get rid of Isaiah. You still have Mitchell Robinson, who's a great rim protector, but he's not nearly the same level of an offensive player as Isaiah Hartenstein was. Really looking at this team, they are pretty much like how the Timberwolves are with the Denver Nuggets. They built a team that were meant to beat that team. We've seen this happen quite a bit throughout NBA history. Another great example of this was that Houston Rockets team with James Harden and Chris Paul. That team was specifically at the time built to beat the Golden State Warriors. And they came very close in doing that. Seeing the matchup with this Knicks team and Celtics team, because everybody's saying, right now in this moment, unless some other teams do anything crazy, these are the two teams that are realistically going to meet in the conference finals if they're healthy, right? I think is adding the guys who the Knicks have are going to be very key in them winning, possibly. But just like how the Knicks are loaded, the Celtics, they're just as loaded. You have Drew Holiday, you have Jaylen Brown, you have Jason Tatum, you have Derek White, KP, Al Horford, all above average defenders at their positions. Not only that, but on the offensive end, that's really where the Celtics somewhat still separate themselves from this Knicks team, because the Celtics had 8 players make more than 100 threes last season, in comparison to the Knicks with just 3 of those players. Not only that, but all 8 of those players for the Celtics will be coming back next season for this team, a team that already was ranked the highest of all time when it comes to their offensive rating, meaning they had the best offense in NBA history. I know that saying, defense does win NBA championships, but better offense can always beat great defense. At the end of the day, your best players on the team are still going to find a way to get theirs. Another thing that separates the Celtics team apart from this New York Knicks team is just their chemistry. At the end of the day, these guys just know their role. Everybody on the Celtics team knew their role in them helping them winning that NBA championship. Saw it every single night. Somebody else stepped up and did something different. And yes, I get it that the Knicks, they have players who played together in college, who's done all those great things together. Amazing part, they're all talented. But at the end of the day, this is still the NBA, and we still got to see how they play up against the best of the best. So look, man, if we're really just being honest, this Knicks team, they are legit. They are here. They are arriving. The Jalen Brunson era in New York is just getting better and better by the year. You're adding guys as well to this team for a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who has always been a more defensive-minded head coach. You're adding more talent in that way for him, the defensive end especially, to really just unlock so many more new things for this Knicks team as well. The Knicks fans are already wilding last season, so I can only imagine now what it's going to be like in the city of New York when these guys play. It's always a great time to watch the NBA, especially when the Knicks are a great team. I mean, let's be real. This is the biggest market in the entire NBA. I mean, and let's not forget, the Celtics are good. The Lakers are, I mean, they're a playoff team, but they are in the mix. When all these teams are great, the NBA is just overall very entertaining to watch, period. But this team, they're building that culture. They're building that identity, that what they haven't had in a very long time as this team. I mean, the New York Knicks, it's crazy to still say that they are a team that is a championship contender. When was the last time we've seen this? It's been a very, very long time. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief video today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week. Have a great day. Peace.